Okay. No, I'd like to give Kansas a lot of credit tonight. Bill had his team ready to play at an elite level. Those guys came out and really took it to us from the very beginning and had us on our heels in terms of toughness plays, physical play, and they were ready to play. I didn't do a great job of having my guys ready to play at that same level in terms of the toughness that you have to come in this building and the determination and fight you have to have to make this a game.
Questions? Guys have anything?
No question.
Gary, go ahead.
Rodney, was it hard to prepare for the game, maybe not knowing about McCullough?
Well, we prepared as if he was going to play. I mean, he's a tough player, and he's a big time competitor, and he played the last outing, and we weren't sure whether or not he was or was not going to play, but we prepared as if he was. And we know when he's on the floor and he's in the lineup, he's a very difficult matchup because he can take you inside. He's a really good defender, and he's been shooting the ball extremely well this season. So we were prepared, for him to play the whole time.
What did you think of KJ tonight?
KJ played terrific. I mean, he's one of the, if not the most improved player in the Big 12. I mean, he's a very difficult matchup in terms of game plan because they're utilizing him at a very high level in terms of the pick and roll with Harris. Harris is a really cerebral, really good player, in terms of managing the game and knowing what he's looking for with KJ, puts him in great positions to not only score for himself but also for teammates. KJ's a willing passer, and he's really good at that as well. So, he makes them really difficult to deal with, and from an offensive standpoint, and then defensively, he's able to switch 1 through 4 with him, and he can switch off on guard. So, he's a hard matchup. He's one of those matchups that everybody in college basketball would love to have. He's a 4-3, and he's one of those guys undersized that can do a lot of different things. We want one of those guys. He's tough.
Coach, just what problems did Hunter Dixon present y'all, and then how is it how difficult is it to defend all when all 5 of them are just scoring and contributing to their offense and defense?
Well, he's a problem obviously inside. He does a great job of carving out space, and really playing to his strength a lot. He hasn't shot the ball particularly well, and but he hasn't stayed out there trying to shoot a lot of shots. I think he shot maybe 2 or 3 tonight, and once he see that those weren't going down, he went down to where his bread and butter is, down in the paint, and scores around the basket. He's a load to deal with, in the paint. He's a load to deal with on the glass. Pretty efficient player when he's down there, hard to deal with, and a lot of times, when they're putting it in there, it's really hard to go double him from the top. It's much easier if you get it from the side, but they don't do a whole lot from the side. A lot's coming in from the top, so it's a hard double and everything. So, other guys, support guys, were ready to play tonight. The young kids came in and played well and gave them good minutes as well.
Coach, moving conferences next year, probably last trip into Allen Fieldhouse for the foreseeable future. Just wonder if you had any thoughts on this building.
This building's been a tough building, man. I mean, we've been 14 years in this league and only won one time. So it's been tough, man. It hasn't been easy, and again, great basketball fans, one of the best venues in college basketball, and obviously what Bill's been able to do here in terms of building a program that the expectations of protecting the home court is at a very high level, but very knowledgeable fans, basketball fans, and, we love playing here. It's a great place to come and play and compete. We say it's all the time, you come to Texas to play in games in these type of environments and in these type of venues. So, again, great place to play.
Coach, teams have really started to pick up on Johnny's shooting ability. Did you guys have some sort of plan on the defensive end coming into this game?
Well, he's definitely emerged this season for sure, and he's given a lot what Dick gave those guys last year in terms of having a guy that can score in transition and can make open shots, and he's got good length as well. But you got to try to make him. He's a young player. You got to try to make him put it on the deck a little bit, and not give him clean looks. He's a good young player. I mean, he can shoot the ball. He can cut really well. He rebounds well, and he's only going to continue to get better. But good young player.
Last one for Coach.
What did you see Kansas doing defensively to prevent Dylan DeSue from scoring as well as he has in recent weeks?
Well, the switching defense is really good in terms of, when you have a guy like KJ, you can switch 1 through 4, and their guards do a good job and really still, trying hard to nab the basketball, but they also do a good job of switching after the switch. So it's one thing to switch and then switch right back again. So, Kansas has been really good at that. They were really good at it last year, maybe the best in the country doing it. So, it's still hard to come in and say, hey, they're switching, and we're going to still put the ball inside against their guards, because their guards are smart enough, especially Harris. He's not going to stay down there and continue to fight a big guy. He's going to get back out, and they'll make the switch back after the switch. So they're really good at that. They spend a lot of time working on that, you can tell, and they make it real difficult when they're doing that.
Thanks all. Appreciate your time.